It's time to move out. I'm sick of all the hand cranking I've been doing in the tram. It's time for something better. Today, I'm starting my proper starter base, complete with a powered Create workshop and eventually a brand new storage system using the features from the Create 6.0 update. On top of that, I'll be continuing to set up and start shaping my area into something awesome. Welcome back to Just Create. If you don't want to miss future episodes, don't forget to subscribe, and while you're at it, leaving a like helps me out a ton. First thing we have to sort today is my food situation though, because we are all out of food. I wonder if I have like a little something. I've got a few carrots. Maybe we should start a little potato field actually, because we do have a lot of bones, so I could get some to grow up pretty fast. And I also have a diamond hoe here. Somewhere. Where's my diamond hoe? Actually, I think I know where it is. It's right over here, right? No. What? Looks like eggs has decorated this a little bit, but I don't think I left it down here either. Oh, wait. I never cleared this up. Oh, here it is. Right. To get this cleared away as well. But yeah, we'll do that in a bit. For now, we'll get this field in. And Beardy's working on something up there. I'm sure Beardy won't mind us building a little here behind his van. There we go. That cleans up the area a little bit as well, as my tunnel was sticking out and it's still not great, but we'll tune it up a little more in a bit. For now, we can start building up a little potato supply. Finish planting this and we're left with an extra, already over a stack. That's great. Just have a little bit of grass with me for now and just a handful of ferns that we can maybe place in around the area. Nothing too special, but we'll touch on it a little later, like I said. For now, I want to actually get started on today's episode, at least now that I can feed myself. And the first part of my starter base that I want to focus on is going to involve tough and create components and a bit of stone, because I'm a little tired on hand cranking everything. So I want to get the workshop part, or at least the parts of it, in without the walls. But I don't have any more tough unless there is some in these chests, and there is not. Luckily, caves have an abundance of tough. You just have to get far enough down to reach it, gathering up a bit more than I need, because I always need more tough in the future. Returning back, and oh my, Beardy's house is growing so fast. Seeing us come together really wants me to make mine put together words. I'm great with those. Anyways, with this stuff, we want to turn a bunch of this into bricks, and I also want to just get a few tough brick stairs. The rest, yeah, storage is gonna be a problem, and I won't really be working on our finalized storage solution today either, but we'll get there one day, next episode. Now, we've actually already got a fair bit of andesite alloy, which is great, and iron. Ooh, speaking of iron, I wonder how much iron there is in the iron farm, because that's been running for a while now. It's nowhere full, but there's over 2,000 iron in there, which is great. Maybe we can get Beardy on the hype train for that now. We did get one IOU, but as much as we could take these create components here, I think we're better off just making a new set of them, and nothing much in here to help me except a clutch. Yeah, the rest is no. We're gonna need quite a few casings. I think I'm gonna make up to 24 here for now. Let's get another stack of andesite alloy mixed up. And while we wait for that, we're gonna have to press up 17 iron ingots. There we go, just starving a little bit after that. But this means that we can start crafting our machines, where I want to make 3 pillars and a whisk. You're gonna need a couple of shafts. We're gonna need actually a few more than this, most likely, but for now we'll just do that. And if we craft up a cog, we can craft up a mixer, 2 mechanical presses, and 3 encased fans. We're of course gonna need a basin for one of those. We're gonna need just a handful of encased chain drives and depots. Don't have any chutes left over from last time, so we'll press up just a little more. And I absolutely can't wait to get something hooked up to power. Oh, and speaking of power, we are gonna have to come back and make a bit more. But for now, let's just make 1 water wheel, and then we'll figure out the main power source here in a second. A few more small little things here added to the books, and I think we're pretty much ready to go. We're just missing... Oh, right, we're missing our deployer. And the reason we're missing a deployer is because I don't have any brass, and and neither do I have any zinc. And I mean, we could go mining.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have 2 pieces of zinc for a struggling stam?
Yeah, I've got loads. It's mostly in this one. Let me put it in there.
Oh my God.
There you go. You're gonna have to cook it up, but
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a very quick and efficient mining trip. Got 4 pieces of gold there, and then just a coal block. I save, it's just coal. Throw this into our little mixer that is the only actual powered machine in this tram. And we're actually going to probably remove that from the power as soon as we have the new mixer set up. Because, yeah, I haven't loved it spinning all the time. But we can keep 4 of these brass for later. And these will just get pressed up. And looks like we have just enough redstone to create 1 more electron tube. Just gotta craft up a sandpaper.
Damn.
Oh, hi Beardy.
Hello.
Hello.
I have something for you. I'm not very happy about it, but
Okay.
I need something. I need something from you, and look, just take it, okay? I'm not happy about it.
I'll have you know, there's about 2,000 iron in there. It's perfect timing.
I will take as much as I want.
Yes, fair enough.
To be honest, I only need a couple of stacks, but yeah.
Oh yeah, only thing you can't do is route it away from there. I have to, yeah. You have to go and take it yourself. You can't have a belt doing it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wasn't going to automatically steal it.
Yeah. Can you guess who was wanting to do that?
Eggs.
No.
No? Foxy.
Yeah.
Well, Eggs was my first guess because it's like he's next door.
He's next door. That's fair.
Anyway, I'm going to go steal some iron. Thanks for that. And,
No worries.
be nice to me. Be
Oh,
nice
of
to me with
course.
that.
Only.
Don't go trading it away.
Oh no. This is mine.
It's non-transferable.
Okay, fair enough. This is amazing. We now have an IU from Foxy and Beardy. I should really get this in a safe spot as soon as possible because this barrel is not really safe. But for now, let's focus back on our starter base, crafting our brass hand and our deployer. And I mean, we've got to figure out something that we can do with these. But I'm sure they will come in handy in a future project. All right, moving the blocks here to the outside. I guess we don't even need the chest since it all fits in my inventory. We'll get the horses moved here in a second, but I want to start off the floor of the starter base / workshop. And to do this, I want to use a mix of bricks and stone bricks. Well, tough bricks and stone bricks. I think around here is where we're going to take that down just a notch. Then got to take the train back just a little bit here on the end. Making a little area down the stairs as well. I think this should be enough space at least. The main entrance is going to be somewhere around here. So we're going to create a little bit of a corridor thing leading in to this part of the build. And I think we'll start down on this little corner, which is where I want to bring in our smelter things. Just get down here, place in a water bucket. Of course, got to make sure that the fans spin the right way, which they are. Get those into the floor. And we can do soul campfire, and then... Ooh, I don't have any lava. Guess we gotta pop into the nether just real quick. Oh, I forgot gold. My helmet's broken. No. Made it onto the lava safely at least, and we can run back up. Note to self, make a new gold helmet before going into the nether again. But we can get the lava bucket in there, and we can get our depots on top of that, which actually competes this corner for the workshop. And this part up here is going to be the main, where I want to route power up through these 2 gaps right here. We will just connect these with some encased chain drives for now, and might as well encase them. We'll start off with this side, where I want to extend up that 2 blocks with a cog on top of it. Then we'll bring out our mixer, basin, and millstone. Getting the mixer in first and then the millstone next to that, just as that's easy power. Didn't think about making any barrels, and I'm not sure how much wood I have left. I think I have enough to make at least 2 barrels so that we can have a output barrel here on the bottom, and if we use the little temporary terrain sticking out here, we can get in a barrel on top as well. We're gonna have to access that from the 2nd floor, but that's fine. We will shift our focus to this side where we change that out for a gearbox. Then if we do 2 depots here and 1 right here, we can do our double mechanical press setup, something I haven't done before in one of these.
Looking good.
Oh my god, barely coming out of nowhere scaring me there, but I do quite like that. And then I'm thinking this here is where we're going to have our storage input and output, but that's a future plan. I just don't even want to get into that today. It kind of still confuses me. So this is actually all of the create components in the workshop. Well, minus the storage stand. Oh, ouch. Hi, horses. I will get you guys a home at some point soon. Can I please get out though? Thanks. Before we move on to a bit more building related stuff, I do want to make something that I haven't made in a while. All I should need is 4 pieces of iron. We're gonna have to press 3 of these up. Should have an X's hand crank up here lying around, and we can craft a mechanical saw. I actually haven't been using these for quite some time in my worlds, and well, I need a lot of wood for the water wheels to power this. Well, not a lot, but a fair bit. So I thought it was the perfect time to bring it back, and I think if I remember that correctly, just break the log on top of it and it should fell the entire tree. Oh, that's so nice. I do really enjoy chopping wood, but when you need a lot of it, this truly is the way to go. Although I still kind of want to find the time to actually chop wood. I just don't know when, because whenever I use this, well, of course I'm going to use this. I don't think that made any sense whatsoever, but I want to chop wood by hand, but I also want to use the mechanical saw because it's so much faster and easier, and I want to do both, but I can only do one. Now just wondering how many water wheels. Oh, hello,
Can I steal your mixer?
oh yeah, for sure. Was I unmuted?
Thanks. You were unmuted, yeah. But I didn't want to ruin your flow and embarrass you, so I just sort of left you to it.
Well, now I am embarrassed anyways.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention it, but you know, since you brought it up.
That little embarrassment aside, I've got 16 water wheels now, which, well, we're gonna need 8 to power those, 10. It should be just enough. And I kind of feel like we should be a little more high-tech about this. So I do want to craft up a couple of cogs and 5 large cogs and grab a piece of gold, plonk that down, and then try at least to create our first precision mechanisms. And stupid 20% chance to not craft the thing I want to craft. I just want to make the thing to craft the thing. The 20% chance that it doesn't craft, and of course I hit that with the one I craft up at the little 1,000 years later, and now we should have a precision mechanism. There we go. So crafting up our rotation speed controller and grabbing a bit of water from the iron lake, I reckon we're ready to get this into the basement of this build. And I wonder exactly where we can put it. I'm probably gonna need a few shafts actually. Really gotta get these horses out of here. But I think if we just dig ourselves down the U blocks, I'm not planning on making a basement or anything, so I think this would be enough. We just craft that into a vertical gearbox and dig out a little bit of terrain here. Well, not really terrain, a little bit of underground. Get this. That spins at 256. I don't think anything that we've had this hooked up to requires it to spin any specific direction. So that's at least something we don't have to worry about. Bring out our water wheels now with this excavated, and of course the water itself. Start bringing these in across. Let's see. Hopefully that spins. It does. Great. Don't think I can add literally anything to the system, but it is spinning, and I should really get some torches to put down there. Oh, this feels so good because now we have stuff spinning at 256 RPM, and we've actually got to add in a little blaze burner over here. So I completely forgot about that. And well, with that spinning, we can actually sort of tear this down, sort of not tear it down. I want to bring this back. Don't want that in there anymore. If I know where my copycats are, doesn't look like I have any actually. All right, well, we'll sort the hole in there in a bit, but this was never actually planned to go in the starter base or the pre-starter base. It was always planned for the starter base, which we're working on now, so you can finally add that in. Got a little on and off switch added on here on the little corner just to preserve any lag that we can, but I kind of want to put some walls and a roof and well, the rest of the starter base on. And for that, we've got to gather a bunch more materials, and what better place to start than chopping wood with our brand new saw.
Damn! I've got terrible news.
Oh no.
Terrible, awful, horrific, disturbing news.
What did you blow up? Did Frank die?
No, but it is about Frank.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you I've just put him in the seat to become my storage clerk.
Can he not be a storage clerk?
No.
Wow.
I don't even know what to do. What do I do now?
Well, could you not have any hostile mobs?
No, I didn't know you couldn't have zombies because that had happened before. But I didn't know that you couldn't use pillagers, and now I'm just really sad.
Oh no.
So now Frank's just sitting in there. I think Frank's going to have to be the assistant. I'm gonna have to put a seat next to it and make Frank the
Yeah.
assistant, and then have someone else there. But
Oh, can't believe that.
that's made me really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I could like stick a blaze burner nearby and make it look like Frank Clerk, but if Frank's
do
not
that.
the clerk, I'm just sad.
Yeah. Fix
Anyway,
this,
yeah,
create.
that was my shocking, disturbing news.
Yeah, very sad.
It is.
Back at the tram, spending some time to break these logs down into the different parts I need for the starter base. Also need a bunch of stripped logs, so getting that done outside. Few extra wood bits and bobs, and this is looking like a pretty healthy chest. Next up, I already have a bunch of stone materials from the previous 2 episodes, so let's see what we can get out of them. Got even more items than just the stone materials crossed off our lists now, and it's looking pretty good for our starter base. So just using carry on to move these chests over, which is so handy when you don't have any choke boxes. And I should have a bunch of just, yeah, oxidized copper left over, or well, exposed copper. Oh, and actually we did add the create oxidized mod so that we can oxidize these with create. So if this isn't enough, we can always come back to that, but we're gonna have to bring these down back to the first tier of oxidization. I'm gonna need 2 copper grates, which we already have. We're gonna need 8 of these and 16 of these. Now, how do we create the copper shingles? Oh no. Well, that's not good. That means we have to take this and well, at least they look good. I've never actually made these because they've always had a terrible sprite, but now they actually have a great texture and I really want to use them. But this is terrible for oxidizing them, and I don't have a water setup thing. Oh no. All right, well, we won't use these straight away, so I think I'm just gonna try to age them in the world, mainly because I can't be bothered setting up any pumps and stuff right now. Maybe we should add that into the starter workshop area. It probably wouldn't be a bad thing. Well, wait for that to get oxidized, then we can add these in here for now. But actually oxidize these as well. Haven't done that. And oh, there's a few iron nuggets for free that Beardy probably got from my iron farm, actually. You know what? Yeah, maybe not free. Few more resources now just put into this final chest, and I think I have everything I want to create the starter base. So let's do just that, starting us off with extending in the walls around our create workshop. I'm using a bunch of light to gray blocks for this section of the house. Moving on over to the outcropping, housing our encased fans, going for darker stone texture with tough and deep slate, before extending in a roof on top of this using the copper we gathered earlier. Sticking up from this is the house chimney, secured by a couple of iron bars. Back to the main structure, I'm starting to work on the walls of the second floor, moving away from our stone blocks into wood, building up some spruce / dark oak supported beams and filling the walls themselves with birch, oak and junk. Then to finalize the shell of the starter base, I'm up on the roof building in a reddish toned roof with granite, bricks and mangrove. On one of the edges of the roof, I'm also building up a water barrel sort of thing. And what this barrel sort of thing is me imagining that trains come in here and the cooling, I think it is. Honestly, I don't know enough about trains to really talk about this, to be fair. And I should probably Google it. Wait, I'm really dumb. Of course they need water because it's a steam train, right? Yeah, this is how the steam trains that used to run through the station got their water, because there's a giant water tank on the roof. See, it makes sense. It makes sense. I had a thought behind it. I just forgot it for a second. But the starter base is far from complete, as if we have a little peek on the inside here, it's very, very bare. But I did add in a bit of a floor, a staircase leading up to the second floor as well. And I think we're going to leave the second floor for now because I don't quite have everything I need to finish this off. But we will focus on the first floor and mainly the outside patios first. For this, I'm going to need a bunch of spruce trapdoors, a bunch of our decoration blocks, or well, storage blocks that I'm using as decoration. First, a couple of blocks of tuff. Then we get 2 spruce stairs leading up to this platform then. And we can just run this into the corner. And this is where we're going to start putting in a couple of just random details to fill the space, sort of like this being a loading dock at least in the past, then now it's just used for some extra storage for the house, I guess. And no, me, I'm probably going to use the storage because we are quickly running out of storage space. Maybe getting a little loom and millstone in here. And I got a copper valve, which we can put on top of the millstone for some reason. I'm sure it makes sense somewhere. Mainly just to fill the space with something. But this is looking pretty good. And it's a little annoying walking over the edge because you get a little shoved up because you're standing on walls. But I definitely liked how it turned out. So replicating this on the back side for our train platform. Few little supplies here on the backside, even the first stock link I've ever made. Not gonna be working too much more with those today, but I think it turned out to be a really cool decoration block. Definitely nothing I stole from Beardy. And we're actually missing a few oak trap doors. What I wanted to make is a little staircase here on the backside leading up to the second floor, where we're just gonna come in with some spruce slabs across over to here. And now place in a couple of oak trap doors, of course, as a little railing. This just extending down like that is looking pretty good, but this side definitely feels very barren. Since this is the train platform side, I think maybe an awning or a little roof at least that will encase you if it's raining or something while you're waiting for the trains would actually fill up the space really nicely. And for this, let's use a couple of different stone materials. Get some metal girders and dark oak as well, maybe even some hoppers. Let's see. We'll start with the roof support on this end. Bring up a girder, then we can do 2 fences and another girder. Girder goes 3 blocks up. Can I connect blocks to this now, or will I have to replace that? I have to replace it. No worries. Same thing over here to connect that up. Just use a bit of temporary dirt. Should really make some scaffolding soon, but we'll do that in a bit, I guess. Add that on so they connect up with the hoppers. Bringing out a bunch of our different slabs. Let's see if we can make something a little run down, perhaps. And by run down, I mean, of course, just skipping a few blocks. Very good for protection for the rain. Add in a little soul lantern up there in the middle, and I think this, well, would have worked great at one point in its lifespan, but now it's a little raggedy, but still covers it up. But most importantly, if we take a step back, this side of the house is not as flat anymore, which is great. So final thing I want to do for now on the starter base is, well, leave the second floor, but I do want a few more details here on the first, and I forgot my cabinets. Well, my counters box. So let's see if we can just start placing in a couple of details in here and fill out the space. And if we enter the house now, it's looking a lot better down here. Added in this little divider thing with some hanging signs. I really love this for a splash of color and just to divide the space up even more, because that's definitely like my #1 tip when doing interiors. Divide up the space as much as possible, because when you divide the inside up, you create a bunch of smaller areas, which is a lot easier to decorate, at least with vanilla blocks in Minecraft. Got this little smelter area now, and there is so much storage down over here. Got a smithing table. Of course, we have the on and off switch, which that's gonna get very annoying. Okay, maybe we remove you, and maybe that will just be annoying. But up here, nothing much done. Actually, we need stainless steel, which I seem to have misplaced. I'm guessing it's still down in these chests that I still haven't cleaned up. Yep, there they are. But we can light the handle, and I guess we'll just put this up here for now. And of course, I do want to implement the new Create 6.0 storage mechanics, because I've been maybe borrowing some stuff from Beardy, and it's pretty amazing. But we've got a slight problem with the starter base not having really enough space for any of said storage. I think I'm gonna squeeze in a vault over here, but I doubt that would be enough. And along with not really having enough space here in the storage, I think we're gonna tackle that next time, because I've got some other projects today that I'd really like to finish up. Mainly one being fixing the little mess of a XP farm that we made in the last episode, where Eggs has already touched up a bit on it, but I definitely want to add in a bit of a building and connect it up down here to the road. That I definitely reckon I'm gonna stretch off into the direction of Eggs and Throlash eventually, just that they need to get their bases together before I do that. Otherwise, I'd probably just bring the road to the wrong place. But that's future plans. For now, we have another round of material gathering to get to. And, well, I did combine all of the different material boxes I had around, and we just have a lot of junk a little bit everywhere now. So I think I'm going to just spend a bit of time to see what we can gather up from what we already have. Hi.
Hey, you.
Yes.
You know you had 2 horses.
Yes.
Where is the other one?
The other one,
I
sir.
found one of them.
That would be right here.
Aha.
Here's
cool.
your horse.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow him again if that's all right.
Oh, it's your horse.
Oh, it's actually my horse.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's sealed the horse's fate then, hasn't it?
Oh.
Let's be honest.
Oh God.
Thanks.
Poor horsey.
That was not my fault.
What?
Oh.
What happened?
Nothing.
Beardy, did you just kill your horse in the campfire?
Have you got any more horses? There was an incident.
Beardy.
Look, this seat's too close to the fire. How was I supposed to know that? That was not my fault.
Beardy. You just killed the horse, didn't you?
You can have the saddle back. I literally just said we needed to name that horse.
Yeah, well, guess you don't need a name anymore.
No, I do need a horse though, Stam. So,
yeah, you can take another one from the pile. And we had a surprising amount of stuff just laying around. I was able to gather up most of the things we need to make the spawner building, but we're missing a few. And I definitely need a new axe. Luckily, I have a bunch of diamonds laying around and we're already at level 30. So I don't think I'm going to waste any time with that and get a new one. We also have a bit of a distraction coming at us before we can get this building built around this. I wonder if there's still lapis here. Oh, there's no lapis. Our axe right now only has efficiency 4, so it'd be really nice to get something else. Ooh, so touch unbreaking. That's perfect. We are gonna have to go on a bit of an adventure, I think. Or, well, we are going to have to go on an adventure, but before that, I need to craft up 1 block, or I want to craft up a block. And we're gonna need a brass, 8 redstone, a quartz, some stripped wood, and final thing is some kelp. I need a bit more than what I already have, so let's get that cooking. Crafting up a dried kelp block and, oh, of course, making the rose quartz. Have to do all of the little small steps as well. And I would like to just point out real quick that I'm the only person on the server who hasn't died yet. Just had to flex that. And oh, we don't even need the rose quartz for an elevator pulley. Oh, okay, perfect. Well, we got an elevator pulley now, which leaves a few building blocks. One of which I want to get started right away because I think it's going to take just a little bit of time. Although I guess time is something we're going to have soon because I don't reckon I get this done before our little excursion. So let's get a couple of ferns and lapis crushed up so that we can create a bunch of cyan dye. Probably won't need this much, or maybe I will. But I need a bunch of cyan wool. So we're going to have to recolor the sheep, even though I'm probably going to need light gray wool at some point very soon again. Give those a quick little shear. How much wool do we get up to? Oh, okay, 13. We need about another stack. We'll get it. And as we wait for that, we need to head in on an adventure into the nether. They should regrow their wool because there's a lot of people around. And I need to gather up a couple of blocks from this place. And I have my golden helmet. Good. I don't need too much stuff from here, but I need a bit of crimson wood and I need a bit of warp wood. Crimson wood being extremely easy as we are already in a crimson biome, and mechanical saws make it so easy. In fact, with this one, 35 is definitely enough. There's a small little tunnel here that leads through this piece of netherrack, I guess, which leads out into this part. And I think around the corner over here, there's warp forest over there at least. But I do believe if we just follow this little path, there's warp forest right over there, because we need more warped than crimson, because I want to make a blue portion of this build. Plus, I actually think using the warp blocks could be really cool. How much? Oh, well, that's about all of the warped we need, and warp block. Well, I guess that was a quick trip into the nether. Just want to shear the sheep another time and craft down the things we grabbed from the nether. And we're only missing one thing except the wool, which we're gonna need 2 more cyan dye for. C4, 8 pieces of sand, and I think I have gravel crushed up in my millstone. Yes, that does complete the material gathering, but also means that it's distraction time. And oh, it just started thundering. No, thank you. And it's no small distraction. We're about to go kill the dragon, and we decided to do this with a potato cannon. And I've actually never crafted a potato cannon in Create, and I've been playing this mod for nearly 2 years now, so maybe it's time. And it's actually a little annoying of a recipe. Shouldn't be too bad though. We just need to craft a couple of cogwheels, and luckily it's a lot easier to make precision mechanisms now that we have our workshop, as we just press that up real quick and then just do this. Oh, it's so much nicer when it's automatic. and fast. Perfect. And I wonder... We have 3 fluid pipes. That's what I needed, right? It is indeed. So 2 copper and an andesite alloy then. Yeah. Everybody's been talking and I don't have a thing set up yet. And Chosen's in full cardboard. Okay. But from what I've heard, Foxy possesses a crafter in his basement, I'd imagine. Foxy.
Mr. Stam.
Hello. I'm...
Oh, hang on a minute. I've just
wow.
got someone at my door. 1 sec.
He has been very busy. Oh, this is fun. It's been in the wrong way, but it's fun. Anyways, he's busy answering the door or something, so we will just go ahead and...
Still there?
Yep, still here. Not using your crafter. Not at all. No.
You can. You can use whatever you need, bud. Just leave it as you found it and replace what you break.
Oh, perfect. Potato cannons. Oh,
thank you.
no worries.
Why is everyone tested on me?
I'm sorry.
As you're the 3rd person that shot me today.
I didn't realize I forgot my baked potatoes were ammo.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Stam.
Oh,
Gee.
sorry. Did not mean to shoot Foxy right there, but...
I've just been on fire all day.
No, this has 100 durability, which means 100 shots. And I might want to make a backpack before we go to the end. But also, if we could enchant this with Unbreaking, I think that would be perfect. And right there, everyone's in the...
Are we not bringing any other stuff to the end? Or
what are we bringing to the end?
Are we just doing cardboard stuff or not bringing anything?
Oh, I forgot about the cardboard things.
I'm only taking cardboard stuff for the dragon fight. I'm taking real armor for the rest of it.
Okay, good. I think we're on the same page then.
Yeah.
Anyone happen to have Silk Dutch and a ender chest?
No.
Just to be sure, you know?
Not even slightly, no.
I see that...
Has anyone got any Eyes of Ender to actually find a stronghold?
No.
No, but you can just take a couple of blaze rods and get ender pearls over there.
Yeah, but we don't know where it is.
Where is the eggs?
Oh,
Are you guys going to get the elytra like instantly?
I think so. I mean, if we're there, why
I
not?
want an elytra. I want an elytra. I'm going to get an elytra. I need to prepare more. Oh, God.
You've got
I mean,
I've
I got an hour. Gotta find a buddy to partner up with in the end. And oh god, there's a lot of things to do actually now. Okay, I was actually not planning on going and getting an elytra today, but like I really wanted an elytra. And I think the big thing is going to be having rockets when we do find one. And I have 17 gunpowder. So while we wait for the next night where I want to stock up, let's make a back tank. Maybe even more than one. Because if I remember correctly how these worked, and I've used them for some diving stuff in the past, if we just craft up 2 of them, then heading over into the workshop, if we find... where could we actually even place this? Oh, right, it only goes that way. And our power is just coming straight up. Oh, I need a cog then. Place this, I guess, in the middle here. And that there. This should be filled up soon. Oh, yep, there it is. Pick that back up. And, yep, pressurized tank. If we put this on, 99 durability, 99 durability. Perfect. All right, that's great. And with our thing also having looting, we can get more shulker shells. Another thing that we need to prep, of course, is probably to have better armor. And so I want to get some diamond armor ready and feather falling. And yeah, I guess just wait until no one's using the XP farm. Although we could go and roll some enchants right now to get feather falling, or I'm breaking on a book. Up to level 30 here, and I actually want to try and enchant with no, I don't want that. Never mind. It's back to rolling. Ooh, protection and smite again. Ooh, feather falling 4 on a book. That's perfect. Okay, good. Back up to level 30. Oh no, right. It wasn't on the boots. It was on a book. Feather falling 4. Perfect. Now I would like to just get something more enchanted. And I think depth strike 3 on the boots is actually gonna be good. And I'm just gonna hope for blast protection with that. Probably not gonna get it, but I'm gonna go for it. Back up to level 30 once again. Let's hope for... I'll take that. Let's just combine these two. And we got a pretty nice set of boots at least going into the nether. Or end, I'm in. Anything good on that? Nah. I think I'm gonna skip on the sword. I mean, it could be important. We have just realized you can't put mending on a potato cannon, which I think it says you can on the wiki, but nonetheless, I think the potato cannon is gonna be a perfect weapon in the end. Or maybe not. That was a lot of shots for a zombie. Okay, it's been a stressful hour, but this is how my ender chest is looking at the moment. We're going to be fighting cardboard armor, and I managed to get 2 back tanks. They're both enchanted. We need to fill up this one and grab the other one. And I've got a bunch of golden carrots and pumpkin pies for ammo, as I was setting up a little bit of a villager setup to quickly get that. But all the other people are waiting for me, and I need to just... Oh, all's done.
Yeah, Stan, we're up here.
Wait 1 second.
Are we all here? Are we ready?
We're
I'm ready.
I think...
Ready?
I
think so.
Let's do it.
You're all looking absolutely wonderful, by the way.
No, you.
Oh, you guys are... All of you.
Oh, we're going off that way.
Oh, wait, I need a shield. Wait, before we go, I need a shield.
I got a bucket.
Oh,
Stop it.
that was
I'm
not even
waving-
intentional. That was completely unintentional.
Don't
Sorry.
point it at
Foxy's
me.
been
I didn't even mean to.
shot
I was
so many
literally-
times.
Everyone has tested their cannon on me today.
I was literally
I'm not
picking up my
having
tea.
The
Listen,
communal blooming crafter. You can all get lost.
After me delaying everyone a bit and all of us taking turns shooting Foxy with our potato cannons, the cardboard boxes were finally off towards the stronghold.
Oh man. Oh God. Do you feel the pressure of the cardboard? Oh, wet pushing against your skin. Oh, I don't like this.
Disgusting.
Get out of here.
Absolutely
Oh.
horrific. It's the sound that those potato cannons make. I absolutely
It's
love
so
it.
good.
The now wet cardboard boxes continued on their journey, soon reaching the stronghold they were looking for.
I would advise that you would go straight down.
It looks
No.
familiar.
Oh, look,
so-
I found it. There it was. Oh, that was weird.
I don't know
went
where
down.
they went in.
That ravine right at the bottom of the mountain.
Oh, you
Where's
just
the
dug a
root?
hole. Gathering around the portal, they started one by one jumping through, reaching the desolate place called the End with their cannons ready to take down the beast in the sky.
Oh,
Oh, you're pushing me off.
thank
Jeez, that was
goodness.
close.
Oh god.
Thank goodness. We had a way to access this. So I didn't think about that.
Let's do
I
it.
had
could've
blocks
been
on me.
worse.
Oh, someone's already looked at an Enderman.
Oh god.
Eggs is gonna die. Eggs has looked at 2 of them
No.
already.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, look at that shot. Straight
One
in.
down. Oh, that's so high up.
Don't get me, dragon.
No.
Don't get me, don't.
Oh no!
Eggs is down.
Oh, got one.
Beautiful.
Nice.
There go all my blocks for getting to the end island.
Oh, got another one. Have we got this high one here?
Oh,
I'm shooting dragon.
Oh, wait.
I
I'm
got
just
it.
wasting durability.
Oh yeah, the back tank.
There's
Gonna
one on
keep
top of that
healing.
tower over there.
Got it.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's gone.
Shoot him.
All right.
Shoot her.
Oh,
Oh, this
five
is...
shots in there. That was pretty good.
How fast you can shoot. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
For real.
potato cannons are actually quite effective. Unlike my
Who would have
aim.
known?
Yo, I think I've hit twice.
I may have upset an Enderman.
Also,
Don't do that.
it has so much knockback that it just flies in.
It
me alone.
stun locks him. I bet the beetroot would literally stun lock.
Oh, now they all hate me.
Honestly,
Oh,
I don't know if
magic
this went
damage.
faster.
This probably was faster than.
The potato cannons are great. Because
They're
I don't know. I think it's a lot easier to aim with this and shoot way more.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
agree.
down.
Oh,
There
Chelsea
it
got
is.
it.
One
did it.
round.
I
Wait,
would
wait,
love
wait.
to have joined in, guys, but I've been just dealing with this gaggle of Endermen.
All stand under here.
You're fine, Foxy. We believe in you.
Did you win?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
No! Who placed
Somehow.
water? Oh, I got one of the orbs.
The egg went through the portal.
Oh no, somebody
It's
was
a
shooting
spawn.
golden carrots.
Are we off to the end islands now?
Yeah,
I
I'm
brought
gonna
it
go
up.
get my good stuff though.
Right,
Yeah,
goodbye,
I'm gonna
guys.
go get my
I'm
stuff.
going. I'm going now. I already have my
You guys
stuff.
have good stuff?
Oh God!
Yeah.
I looked at an Enderman. Ah!
Run!
Okay, never mind, we're good. Having defeated the dragon, all of us got rid of our cardboard gear in change for diamond, and by the time I had defeated the Enderman, I accidentally looked at everyone else had caught back up, and we all entered the outer islands of the end together.
I mean, if
I'm
it goes in
going.
the void, I'll just go down there and get it.
Coming in.
It's terrible. Don't go through. I lied.
Oh gosh, it's so
pretty
bad.
good.
You scared me. I just gone through. I did not need that. Right. Are we all?
Oh, no,
are we
I've
all
lost
here?
everyone.
Stan
Oh, there we
is
go.
long gone.
Oh, I'm already going. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got
man.
a lighter to get.
Ah,
Void's
but
not
where's
great.
the excitement in that? Do graves work in the end? What happens? Does your
Yes,
body
yes,
just
it is.
end up down there?
It should not end up
You guys
in the
were. I
void,
didn't know you were
but it
behind me.
might.
With everyone following me, I led the way towards the first end city. Probably shouldn't have followed me because it took nearly 200 blocks until we found one. And when we did, it
I
is
think
tiny,
so.
I think, but
Oh.
there's one.
If you would have had a flying cart contraption with all of the seats on it for all of us, that would have.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
Podcast.
I was thinking about that earlier. It would have been so good that we should have done it.
Oh, Beady jumping ahead with the ender pearl there.
Oh,
Nice,
this
it's
one
sneaky.
bugger.
look like
You
it
see
has-
my
It
paths.
doesn't have a ship. It's
This
your
one doesn't
system.
have a ship.
Yeah, but,
But it
look
has
about this,
loot.
My backpacks.
My backpacks.
My backpacks.
Get him,
on a
Beady.
few.
You did it. Way. First
Yay!
shulker dead.
Let's rate it.
Where's the achievement for that?
Watch out. Oh,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why
sorry,
I have a
Beardy.
fruit.
I mean, there's nothing here, and I want the light dress. I'm gonna just continue running past and hopefully skip the trail.
Well,
Well, Foxy's
I'll
just following me, who's ran off.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, okay. I thought it was all. I thought it was all.
No. I am the only one running off. I continued venturing north through the end, but didn't manage to slip away from the fox who thought we all had ran off and started following me again and kept complaining about my bridges.
Where the heck did he go?
This is an SMP stamp.
2 shoulder
together.
shells.
I know, but there's no elytra there, Foxy.
Wow. I'm going to be the first. Oh, Stam, what do you got?
That bridge is great.
Bed Wars, Stam.
What do you mean? I accidentally placed one extra block.
Yeah, and then you doglegged the bridge, so I would have jumped over it straight into the void.
Oops. Foxy is literally just having my hard work.
Hey.
And then I leave a little
That's
gap
so
at the end of each bridge.
unnecessary. Yeah,
We
exactly.
just
That's
dropped
why
right
the
there.
benefit of us all going together is we don't all have to waste 4,000 cobblestone each building bridges everywhere.
I mean, maybe we'd actually find something, because my goodness, we are not finding anything. And as I say that, I
Did you
see
keep running in
something.
the same direction?
Yeah, keep running straight north on the last one.
Okay.
Oh,
cool,
there.
right.
Oh, Foxy,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
shoulders
which
down
one
there.
do you want?
Yay!
After paving the way for Foxy, he took the glory of the first elytra.
Right, this one right here.
I got an
straight across,
elytra! I win!
What do you mean you
Foxy
win? I
wins.
bridged everything for you.
It's not the
And I
point.
even let you take the first one.
I win!
Oh,
Don't take it away from him, Stam. Just let
yeah.
him have it.
Congrats, Foxy.
Woo,
Foxy.
Stam, I appreciate that.
I did follow suit shortly after, and he ended up dying, so who's the real winner, Foxy? Woo! Let's
maybe,
go. I also have an elytra.
Uh-oh, I'm nearly dead.
Uh-oh, Foxy.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to die.
No? Foxy, don't?
Yep.
No?
Don't do that, though.
I've got 3 hearts and I'm getting pummeled.
Water bucket?
Shield?
Yep, I've got a water.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! There
He
is
did get an
there is a
elytra
ship.
first,
did-
but
he
said
did
elytra is
get
now
an
mine. No.
His
I
electric
Um,
shield.
haven't got it now.
Alright,
But
Foxy, where
eggs
did you
that
die?
kills people.
I can see it on my screen. It's oh jeez. I flew through the little ring thing off the end bridge, walked down the thing and turned right, and
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much immediately
I know where you
died in
died.
that
Okay,
hole.
I found your body.
Nice.
Yeah, don't die now again, please.
Try not to. They're shooting at me.
Well, I'll just take your elytra.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
After conducting a rescue mission, I looted a bunch of end cities before heading back to the old world. I just popped back through and looky what's here. Wait, can I? Yep, this is mine. I'm yoinking. No one will ever know I have it. Also, this looks spooky because... Oh, no, you can see it there. No one will ever know I was the one who took it. Just got to... I reckon... Is it here? Yoink. Oh, they might have an idea I took it. I didn't take anything.
That's a tedious task.
I won't lie, they might have an idea I took it. I forgot about the advancement thing. I should have kept that hidden. All right, but what did we get from all of this? Because that was one giant trip. And I think I managed to pretty much fill... Yeah, I went for a lot of gear. And I have no idea what of this is good and what isn't good. But I have so much things to sort through now. Oh god. I've quickly just left a few items here in barrels, mainly things with curses. And this is the gear that I've decided to keep myself. And I was thinking we'd spend a little bit of time combining these to hopefully make a pretty good gear set. 1,000 years later. Okay, out of levels now. Really didn't get many enchants I wanted, but that's fine. Let's see if we can combine our armor at least. And final bit of stuff, I want to make a couple more rockets because, well, I'm going to be using the elytra now. And also should probably put mending on that, which should not be hard at all. We just need to head up here to the village where... Oh, I don't have any sticks. Never mind, we got to head back down where under this rooted dirt, I have a chest that's, well, not filled with flint, but has a fair bit of flint. And just run in here and we have 2 Fletchers which trade flint for emeralds, which is Fantastic. Could even buy a bit more bread. And in the mob farm here, Eggs has already managed to get a mending villager where we have some books laying around. So we'll just trade that up and we'll sort on breaking a little later because mending is definitely enough for now because we're going to be working, well, literally up right above the XP farm. I want to start off with figuring out how big we want to make this building. And I'm going to lay the foundation first of all. Foundation, which I want, of course, covering some of the hole going down to the XP farm, covering it up enough to create this 3x3 hole, which we're gonna, of course, have our elevator in eventually. Then we'll continue it off in this direction for a little more space, where I reckon we can take the room as this is the funnel down. I think we could go this far, and then we're gonna have to get a little bit creative to get rid of that. Continuing to prep the foundation, adding a little bit of path and terrain out front, and another loading dock platform. Already just got a few details in on this as it was looking very empty and had a few holes. But I think I'm starting to like the layout of this. You're going to be able to enter either here or down over there. And then this, of course, is the elevator shaft leading down. And I also want a second floor to this where I think we might be able to convince some other people to give us an IOU. Because, I mean, I've done a lot of community work. I set up the XP farm. I got the enchantment table. I've got the iron farm, which you can't access for free. But if I maybe get some villagers on the second floor here, maybe I can convince a few more people to give me an IOU, because they will be very handy later on in the season, most likely, and also they get a lot harder to get the later in the season you go. But that's just me rambling. Let's continue building, grabbing a couple of deep slate blocks. Also gonna want some copycats, dark oak trap doors, so that we can start creating the walls of this first floor. Looking pretty good for the first room. And out here on front, I want to add 2 sliding doors. And to show, or at least like imagine that they can slide, we're gonna add in some Dargo trapdoors as the door themselves. And then on the top here, we get some copycat steps and fill those with industrial iron, as these are like the girders that the doors slide along. Actually, I have no idea what the name for that is, but I think that gives a bit of an effect that they could be opened and closed at least. To continue working on the build, I want to bring in the cyan blocks we gathered earlier as the walls for the second floor. I don't think I'll be working on the villagers today, but it's nice to have the space for them prepared. To finish off the main structure, I'm using mainly jungle and mud bricks for the roof with a few green tones. I figured just a roof with no details would look a bit boring, so a couple of attic windows and a bunch of chimneys. Then moving down from this, replicating pretty much the same build we just did, but smaller and with a bit of a lighter foundation to cover the deep slate flooring I extended out to the side. Where I'm definitely starting to like where this build is going. And if you are wondering why there's so many chimneys here on the back, I figured some of these could be for ventilation and all of that. And thinking about that, it might not be so smart to have ventilation and stuff right next to the output for chimneys. It's fine. If you suffocate down in the XP farm, it's all good, right? But we do probably have to get in the actual way of getting up and down. But before we do that, I do want to add in a small little structure on this side, as I still think this corner could use some work. And excuse me, you're supposed to stay in the cave. Oh, they're all finding their way out. Oh, now the place is on fire. For this side structure, I'm thinking of bringing back the white palette we used for the roof, or part of the roof, and not really the roof, some walls on the roof. Then wax exposed copper shingle. And maybe actually gonna need a few more copycat steps. Start us off here in the corner with a bit more andesite. Bring in our first wall, something like that. Then I think bring in some more weathered iron doors, I was gonna say, but that is windows. And a little torch here on the inside. We're not gonna be using the space. Might actually put a villager in here if I want to and need the space. For the side, I want to make this just a little bit different, and doing that by extending this up as a little chimney, thinking maybe this could be the little room that's powering the elevator, perhaps, even though it isn't. But we could imagine it is. And maybe just a little girder, and I think actually I have a lever that we can use maybe right here, just for a little something. Then we're up here and we can start on our roof, where we're just going to start with the shingles across. And the reason we need the copycats is because because I don't really like how sharp this edge became. Although looking at it now, it was probably actually fine, but we can add in a couple of these and also a couple of these down here. Now I don't have any more shingles, but luckily I oxidized down way more than I needed. Should be able to grab a couple here to finish it off. 9 should be enough, right? That's how many I placed. Yep, perfect. Which, oh yeah, this side looks so much better now. And with that done, we can actually start working on the elevator, which is going to go, of course, here in the middle, like I've said a few times by now. And we're gonna bring out that block and bring in a redstone contact. And actually, we might as well build the elevator right here. What I'm thinking for this is we're gonna use industrial iron and polished deep slate for the most part, extending that across in the middle, and actually not doing that, doing that, then using chains. And thinking about this, we could actually use this as our mine as well, because this is very much going to look like a mine shaft elevator, but just bringing in that on top of it and bringing out our glue and contraption controls. Right, we should probably also bring in our redstone contact up here. Oh, that's, I don't, okay. Bring it in a second. For now, just gotta glue all of this up. Contraption controls can go right over there, and yeah, I do really like the look of that elevator. But we do have to, of course, give this some power, and for that, I'm thinking we'll use the backside of the build, because that's very flat. So if we run a shaft into here, can I actually see so that goes far enough? Because I should be able to get it in there from here. Should be one more block. That looks to be good. We'll get that encased and bringing in a vertical gearbox, bringing that down into the ground. We'll have to run that into yet another gearbox, large cogwheel, and a rotation speed controller, which I do want to spin at 48 RPM. And then a singular water wheel will power an elevator, I believe, at least at this RPM. So we'll just do that and just gotta get out of here now, which also means that we should have an wait, no, I haven't placed the actual elevator block just yet. We need to get up on the second floor. We should just be able to get that in right up there. Click on it once. No, maybe we need 2 redstone contacts. Oh wait, it's the wrong way. Boom. Boom. Now it's an elevator. Okay, perfect. If we just hop down here, we can send it up to the next floor, and we can get the redstone contact down at the bottom. Use a blackstone button here to kind of blend in a little bit, and then just hop it on down. One of those, and that's perfect. And if we click that, down comes the elevator. Perfect. We can head up 1 floor to floor 0, and we can up yet another one to what will eventually become the villager floor. Oh, this is great. I love an elevator. I've continued just adding a couple of details, just a little bit everywhere in here, making a little bit of an interior on the first floor. Second floor, we're gonna leave bare for now, but I do want to add a little thing over to this, as this is something I'm considering you bringing items up to the second floor to store them. And so, of course, we need a little bit of a crane, or a winch at least. And that's why I have this iron block up here that we can just come out from. And I think I'm actually even gonna break that just to bring in the shafts coming out, encasing that one, and bringing out our metal brackets and a rope pulley, where then we can extend 1 extra and get the metal brackets to hold that up. Now, oh, I need a crank. I really need a crank. Having the wings just traveling back and forth is amazing. And okay, well, you need to actually be able to fly with them as well. Luckily, we have an elevator, because what I just want to do real quick is just lower this down a few blocks. 2, 3. Yeah, that should be enough. Then I've actually extended this out an extra 2 blocks, where I just want to hang a bit of a sign. Nothing too special. We'll just do 2 chains, 2 stripped crimson wood, and then some stairs, and putting some signs on these. Now, I actually have no idea what I'm going to put on these signs, and I also have another sign down there and right behind that wall. So if... oh... I gotta use the elevator again. But if you have any suggestions on what I should write on these signs, let me know, because I am a little lost. But that definitely looks so much better. Oh, I love that. And with the final detail on the build, we can finish off the terrain around it, extending down a path to the starter house and filling the surroundings with foliage. And I love being able to walk from the starter base now up this little path here into, well, the spawner building, where I actually covered the sides with deep slate here, so it's a little nicer and very, very dark getting down into the spawner room. Might try to find a few more spawners for that if I do end up needing levels, but it should be fine. Of course, second floor is a work in progress, but I don't really want to touch that today, because we have done so much today. We built a starter base with a brand new workshop, storage on that work in progress. But not only that, we took down the dragon and got ourselves an elytra, as well as built up an amazing builder for the experience farm. which I think turned out amazing. But that is all the time I have for today. So thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. And we have our polish rose
Sam.
quartz. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Oh, no.
I've got something for you because I need something from you, and I'm not.
You're not. Ready. I can't. You're muted.
Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna come and interrupt you again.
That's fine.